Well, hello, everybody. Mr. Mack here. Awful glad to see you. And yeah, I can see you. Anyway, I hope you're glad to see me. The last reading was chapters 8 and 9. We left off with Barley and Ian. Ian's becoming a wizard. This magic stuff is starting to kind of develop in him. However, just like anything, practice makes perfect. He hasn't gotten everything perfect yet. They ran out of gas. Guinevere ran out of gas because, Guinevere's gas gauge always says full. Barley never did fix it. Anyway, they ran out of gas. The big idea was use magic to make the gas can grow. And if the gas can grows, then the gas inside will grow, and then they'll have enough gas. Because right now, the little gas can, they only got about this much. That's not enough to put in Guinevere. So Ian got the staff, and Barley showed him the spell, the growth spell in the book, in the manual. He read the spell, and part of that is you have to have full focus and concentration while the spell's going on and while whatever you're growing is growing. So he did it, and the gas can began to grow, but Barley, granted he was trying to help, but he kept saying things to Ian, making Ian crazy, and finally Ian just said, the heck with it, and he gave up. The gas can went down, and evidently the magic bounced off, rebounded, because then Barley was shrunk to the size of a water bottle. Nothing happened to the gas can. So now there's a problem. So that's how it ended, with Barley being shrunk and no gas. So my prediction was that somehow, some way, they're going to have to get gas. I guess they're going to have to walk down. I don't know that I said that in my prediction. My prediction was that Ian was going to have to drive. Well, I still think that's what's going to have to happen. But they got to get gas. So they're going to have to go get gas some kind of way. Walk, So that's my prediction. Laurel and the Manticore also, meanwhile, during the same period and time, are racing to try to catch up. Laurel with her boys. She's worried to death. The Manticore's with her. And remember, the Manticore had spoken about a curse that she forgot to tell the boys. So, anyway, we're going to begin chapter 10. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to find out what happens. Tiny little Barley walked over to the Quest of Your book and gestured to a page with his hand that he had left open. Oh, it says right here, if you mess up a spell, there are consequences, Ian. I only messed up because you kept talking to me, Barley. Well, I was trying to help you. Well, I don't need your help. Fine, I won't help you then. And as they argued, Dad's legs walked over and tapped Ian on the foot, as if to say, it's okay, just calm down. And then the foot went looking for Barley and ended up hitting Barley in the head, tapping Barley in the head. Whoa, 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 Dad, that's me. And he returned the taps on Dad's now to Barley big foot. Dad's feet began to move wildly because Dad realized what had happened, that Barley was now this big. Ian tried to calm him down. Whoa, Dad, it's okay, Dad. I'm going to fix this. And he grabbed Dad's leash and he picked up the empty gas can and he headed off in search of a gas station. They can't do anything until they get gas in the van. Barley insisted on going too, but he refused to let Ian carry him. He had to run to keep up, those little legs, running to keep up. And it wasn't long before he was out of breath. Hold on, Ian. My little legs can't keep up. Hold on, I need to breathe. Ian, fed up with everything, walked back, picked Barley up by the back of his shirt, little legs kicking, struggling, then suddenly stopped because Barley saw, way ahead, lights in the distance of a gas station. And he pointed them out to Ian. Oh, Ian, look. Oh, wait, said Barley, trying to turn away. You don't need my help, remember? And he crossed his arms in defiance. Ian dropped Barley into his front pocket. So now Barley's right here. Hey, I don't need you to carry me anyway, exclaimed Barley. I'm a grown man. Finally, they reached the gas station. And as they did, loud motorcycles pulled in, parking in front of the entrance. Ian squinted, trying to make out who or what were on these motorcycles. They don't need any more trouble. Suddenly a sprite, little sprites, they're about the size of Barley. Suddenly a sprite in a leather jacket appeared, followed by other sprites. Several of them had been working together to drive each motorcycle, so there were like 10 sprites driving one motorcycle, because, you know, they're tiny. They were part of a motorcycle club called the Pixie Dusters. Ian stood back and watched as they sauntered through the door of the store, these little sprites. An elf sipping a fruity frozen drink accidentally bumped into one of the sprites named Dewdrop. Hey, did you just bump into me? She demanded. And the elf stammered, do it again, and you'll see me in your nightmares. The elf's drink slipped out of his hand and splattered on the ground as he ran off. Ian waited until all the sprites had gone into the store. And then he took a deep breath and slowly walked toward the entrance, leading Dad by the leash. Inside, the sprites seemed, goodness, they were everywhere. Some climbed on the shelves, throwing items down to their friends, and others filled cups with soda or buying candy at the counter. As Ian went up to the clerk, please, just 10 on the pump, please. $10 worth of gas. Barley leaned out of his pocket and reached for a bag of chips on the counter, knocking the entire thing on the floor. What are you doing? Ian said. His eyes darted around quickly so that he was worried to death these sprites were going to be on them. He wanted to get out of there before the sprites noticed them, so he started to clean up the mess. I'm getting some food. All right, just give it to me. I got it. Here, sir, the gas and these chips. Thank you. Barley tugged at Ian's shirt and told him he had to go to the bathroom. Ian, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh my God. Barley, can it wait? Hey, it's your pocket. Oh. Ian sighed. And he got the bathroom key from the clerk. And the key dangled from this gigantic license plate that was as big as Barley. So tiny Barley just had to pick it up and carry it on top of his head as he made his way to the bathroom. And when he moved toward the bathroom, Dad searched with his foot and just missed stepping on him. As Ian paid the cashier, Dad continued to search and accidentally tapped one of the sprites on the head. Remember, the sprites are small too. Dad tapped a sprite on the head. And these sprites are none too friendly. Hey, watch it! Dewdrop hopped onto the shelf and grabbed Dad by the shirt collar. Remember, Dad has a fake upper body with a fake head with sunglasses. You got a problem, Shades? She said, staring into his sunglasses. Unable to respond, of course, Dad appeared to simply stare back. Answer me when I'm talking to you, Dewdrop said. Ian was terrified to see Dewdrop leaning aggressively into Dad. I'm sorry, he said. I don't really know where his head is today. And he quickly pulled Dad toward the exit. Time jump. Meanwhile, Laurel continued down the road with the right side of the car dragging from the weight of the manticore who was crammed into the passenger seat. You know, I would gladly fly us to help your boys. I'd fly, but The old wings aren't what they used to be, said the manticore. Oh, that's fine, said Laurel. So, tell me about this curse. The manticore wiggled her wings. You know, it's my own fault. I should be doing my wing exercises every morning, but you know how that goes. Please, hon, the curse. Tell me about the curse. What does it do? Right. Oh, it's a guardian curse. If your boys take the gem, the curse will rise up. The manticore lifted her sleeve to reveal an arm full of tattoos, and she pointed to an image of a red mist. And it will assume the form of a mighty beast. And another tattoo. The mist pressing rocks together to form a ferocious beast. It will battle your sons to the... Oh, and she caught herself and looked up at Laurel. Well, how do your boys do in a crisis? Huh? Not great, said Laurel, worried. One of them's afraid of everything, and the other, well, he's not afraid of anything. Yeah, that skinny kid of yours is pretty fearless, said the manticore. Oh, no, you mean the bigger kid, Barley. He's fearless. Oh, no, the little guy. Woo! He really let me have it. Laura was confused, but she shook it off. What? No, look. You said you could help them, right? The manticore pointed to a tattoo showing a dark circle in the heart of the beasts. Every curse has a core in the center. It is the center of its power, she said, and only one weapon forged of the rarest metals can destroy it. My enchanted sword. And she showed Laurel another tattoo. This tattoo right here. Mm-hmm. The words on the sword read, the Curse Crusher. The Curse Crusher. Okay, but you don't seem to have it on you. You don't have it with you, dear, do you? The manticore looked at Laurel with her eyes full of regret. I sold it. Got in a little tax trouble a few years back. Oh, but don't worry, I know just where to find it. Laurel nodded, determined. I'm on my way, boys. I'm coming. Mama's coming. Just try to stay out of trouble. Another time jump. Going back to the boys, I'm sure. Ian finished pumping the gas into the can and nervously looked around, eager for Barley to return from the bathroom. Barley's still in the bathroom. Little Barley. Probably had to climb up on the toilet. He suddenly heard a small, angry voice in the distance. Who you calling whimsical? Ian turned to see Barley standing between two sprites. Little Barley, sprite. You got a lot of nerve, said Dewdrop. Hey, I'm just saying sprites used to fly around pretending to delight everything around them, said Barley. That's a good thing, right? Sprites can't fly. Well, your wings don't work because you stopped using them. You calling me crazy? Crazy? No, I'm not calling you crazy. Your wings did work. Well, then are you calling me lazy? Said Dewdrop, and she sucked down what was left of her sparkle stick and hurled it to the ground. No, not you. But your ancestors were pretty lazy. What'd you say about my ancestors? Dewdrop said, puffing out her chest. Oh, I didn't mean lazy, said Barley. What I meant was, and Ian then reached down and plucked Barley out of that scene. I'm sorry, he said, looking down at the sprites. Really sorry. He's sorry too, aren't you, Barley? You don't need to fly. Who needs to fly? I mean, you got those great bikes. What are you doing? What are you doing? I was just discussing history, Barley said. Barley, I'm trying to take care of you and Dad, and you're not making it easier, said Ian, struggling with the leash. Come on, Dad. Dad had wandered to the other side of the line of the parked motorcycles. As Ian tugged on the leash, Dad crashed into one of the bikes, and you can imagine what happened. Can you infer there? So you got the bikes all parked. Dad was here. Ian pulled the leash. Dad's legs crashed into one bike, and it fell over. Can you infer what happened next? One bike fell into the next. It was like dominoes. Bibbidi-bobbidi, boobidi, bop. All the bikes come crashing down. One by one, they fell, blocking the gas station door. Ian gasped. The rest of the motorcycle club now were locked inside, furiously slamming these little sprites, slamming on and pounding on the glass door, eager to get out and attack. Hey, you're dead! With Barley in his pocket, Dad on the leash, Ian ran away as fast as he could. We're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead, he chanted as he picked up speed. And when he reached the van finally, he frantically filled the tank with gasoline. He's got to be as quick as he can. Oh, relax. They won't be able to lift those bikes, said Barley. But then suddenly a roar of motorcycle engines sounded, and Barley's face fell. Wow, they're strong, he said. Oh, we're going to die, repeated Ian. Then they tried to open the door to get in the van, but it was locked. What? Where are the keys? Barley looked through the window to see the keys dangling in the ignition. We locked the keys in the van, said Ian. Motorcycle headlights appeared in the distance. Oh, I got this, said Barley. And he slid his body through a crack in the window. It's a good thing about being little. Went through a crack in the window and then managed to lift up the lock. Ian threw the gas can in the van, put Dad in, slammed the door. He climbed in the passenger side. Okay, go, go, go. And then he looked over at Barley, who was tiny and useless in the driver's seat, and realized, oh my gosh, I have to drive, don't I? No way, no way. Oh, you gotta do it, little brother, Barley said. Ian moved Barley and slid over into the driver's seat. With his whole body tensed up, Ian methodically adjusted the seat. And the mirrors, all the mirrors, made sure everything was good to go in a seatbelt. He could see the motorcycles coming around the corner in the rearview mirror. He turned the key, but nothing happened. Oh, wait a minute, Barley said. Don't turn the key all the way. She's got what's known as a sweet spot. Not in the middle, not quite at the end. You got to turn it until it just catches. Ian wiggled and jiggled the stubborn key. Come on, he said. Come on, Guinevere. And that's the end of chapter 10. And that's all we're going to read today. We're not going to go on to 11 till the next time. But that's the end of chapter 10. And boy, that was exciting. It absolutely was exciting. So my prediction didn't it kind of did. I said that Ian would have to drive. So that worked out. That absolutely worked out. Them having to get where they're going is certainly going to come later. But the prediction kind of worked a little bit there. And that was awesome. With Mom and the Manticore still looking for the boys. Mom is determined. Mom isn't going to give up. And the Manticore, I believe, is going to be a big help. I really do. She hasn't been a big help up to now, except to make things a little scarier. First the curse, and the only way to stop the curse is with a sword that she no longer has. So, but anyway, I think everybody's going to help everybody in the end. But right now, my prediction is that Ian is going to drive. He's not going to drive very well, but they've got to get away from those sprites. And I can imagine on a full-size motorcycle, 10 or 15 sprites driving one of them must be a sight. But anyway, they got to get away from them. More importantly, they got to get to the mountain. They have to get to Phoenix Point and get that, or they got to get to the mountain. They got to get the Phoenix Gem. That's what they got to get. So I think they're gonna do that. Not in the next chapter. I think in the next chapter, Ian is going to drive as best he can, and I think they're going to lose the sprites. I think they're going to be able to evade them, get away from them. That's what I think. What do you think? Whoever's with you, if you're listening with somebody, discuss it, and then maybe both of you come back so that you can see if your predictions came out. I'll see if mine did. And anyway, I want you to take care. Any of my students watching this, remember, I have my Google Classroom up and going. I send emails and things. As far as you guys coming in, come on in and visit. I've got some really awesome audiobooks that I put on there recently, and that you can click on and listen to. You and your family can click on it, turn the volume up, and you can hear these awesome books. Everything from, I think I had Fantastic Beasts on there as one of them. But anyway, visit me in Google Classroom. I've got some things on there that you can do or not do. It's up to you. Or just come in and say, hey, Mr. Mac, whatever. Take care up to now. Stay clean. Keep your hands clean. Hands away from eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay in. Don't make your parents crazy. And enjoy yourselves. And the next installment of Onward will be in a few days. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.